Welcome everyone. My name is Nikos, aka Sephir, and this is Out of the Box, EDH. Continuing my unique build series for the incoming Spider-Man set, today let's talk about Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, the oldest and most classic of Spider-Man's villains. First, let's see what the Green Goblin does. This is another card that transforms, and as with Venom in my previous video, it is another case where you can either choose to play him on the front side and transform him later, or just play the back side, offering versatility. On the front side, he is Norman Osborn, 2 CMC, 1/1 human scientist villain. Norman Osborn can't be blocked. Whenever Norman Osborn deals combat damage to a player, he connives. A useful ability. I can see situations where this might be useful. With 4 mana on Grixis Colors. Transform Norman Osborn. Activate only as a sorcery. And on the backside, he transforms into Green Goblin. 4 CMC, Grixis Colors, 3/3. Goblin Human Villain. Flying Menace. Spells you cast from your graveyard cost 2 less to cast. Goblin Formula. Each non-land card in your graveyard has Mayhem. The Mayhem cost is equal to its mana cost, which means that you may cast a card from your graveyard for its Mayhem cost if you discarded it this turn. A very unique and interesting ability. The backside is what I want to focus my build more. I expect most people will go on the self-discard train with the usual payoffs like Bone Miser and Shelly Badgersaw, while playing whatever they want from artifacts to Eldrazi. In our case though, we will focus on flavor. Green Goblin is a Grixis Goblin, and as such, we will build a Goblin Tribal. But not any Goblin Tribal. I will focus only on goblins that are depicted green in their art. A true Green Goblin Tribal. So, let's move to the actual cards of the deck. The meat in our deck is of course the goblins. And since we want them to be green, we will focus in specific arts too. First, we will use some of the newest versions of the Green Goblin that help our strategy immensely as discard outlets and payoffs, like Ultimate Green Goblin, Green Goblin Nemesis, and Green Goblin Revenant. Are there any other Green Goblins that are helpful towards our strategy? Of course, Goblin Picker and the Ramagin Goblin are very effective looters, and of course, green. Gempalm Incinerator can get discarded from cycling as a removal and then cast as a creature from our graveyard. We will also add a card with one of the most disturbing arts ever, Sensation Gorger, since he has the ability of continuous wheels, out of which we can have the greatest advantage. We will not strictly depend on our commander's discount though. We will also run Frog Tosser Banneret and Goblin Warchief that also grants haste. From other gobos, an early Goblin Lucky or Goblin Instigator can turbocharge our board, especially when combined with something like Muxus, Krenko Mob Boss, or Krenko Tin String Kingpin. We have even more token producers thanks to Siege Gang Lieutenant, Siege Gang Commander, and Sling Gang Lieutenant. And obviously, we can abuse all those with mana producers like Skirk Prospector and Warren Instigator, utility creatures like Goblin Chirurgion for Regenerate, Trashmaster for Artifact Hate, or Munition Expert and Sting Scourger for removal. Big hitters like Goblin Rabblemaster and Goblin Pile Driver, or damage dealers like Puzzling Mons, General Crit, and Goblin Sharpshooter. Finally, we will have our Goblin Tutors with Goblin Matron and Goblin Recruiter. The last one can be a really devastating card if you pile your cards accordingly. Of course, to get the discount from our commander, we need a number of discard outlets to put our gobos from our hand to our graveyard. Apart from those we mentioned already, of the Goblin variety, We will also run Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion, Demand Answers, Ancient Excavation, that once again it can be played after we cycled it for more value, Unexpected Windfall, and Big Score for card advantage. Invasion of Mercadia, that can also turn into a green goblin with a discard outlet. Tortured Existence, which also serves as a way to recur killed creatures or discarded ones that we did not had a chance to play them the turn they got discarded. And finally, our two best discard outlets are Dream Halls, that allow us to play both the card we discard as a pay cost and the thing we actually cast, and Mind Over Matter, a multi-tool that can be used at worst as a free discard outlet that untaps our lands, and at best as a game-ending engine. Apart from the before mentioned card draw effects, we will also use a few more straightforward ones, like Kindred Discovery, Monument to Endurance, Secrets of the Dead, and Reconnaissance Mission, that, once again, can get cycled and then replayed on its own. Finally, we'll also add Alorian Revealed, an amazing common that, again, can get used for both fetching as an island and draw as cards, thanks to the Green Goblin. As is the fate in almost all Grixis decks, our ramp is artifact based. We have the classics Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, the 3 Signets, the 3 Talisman, Liquimental Torque, the Soulstone, Hazoret's Moment, which serves as both a mana reducer and a discard outlet, and Relic of Sauron, another exceptional big rock that has the extra ability to be used as a card advantage engine with a looting effect. Other cards worth to be mentioned are some extra damage dealers, like Shared Animosity, that can lead to some big kills, especially from our difficult to block commander, Impact Tremors, and Goblin Bombardment. Empty the Warrens have the ability to quickly provide us with a board, and Moog Infestation is our targeted mass removal of choice that can also be used on our board if we find the need to. All this leaves us about 32 spots for lands. We have the 3 shock lands, the 3 fetch lands, the 3 bond lands, and the 3 filter lands. We will use the classics Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, the appropriate Triome, Fabled Passage, Prismatic Vista, but also the new Oscorp Industries, which has Mayhem on its own. Gaia Sanitarium provides us with an extra discard option. 3-3 City has excellent synergy with our green goblins, and a strip mine to take away any annoying enemy land. All this leaves us about 11 spots for basics, giving priority to the mountains because of the deck's needs in red. I recommend the Onslaught ones. They really look like goblin fortresses. And that's my green goblin list. A true green goblin tribal. I will put the decklist in the description below, and if you like what you see, then come and join my Discord community for free, where all my public and personal lists are uploaded. See you around! Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.